So let us take a few more question and answers in C programming and problem solving. So the question is, what would be the value assigned to A, B, C if the following statement is extended with input data item 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Enough A, B, C, and here we have percent %D, percent %D, percent %D. So what will be the answer? 166. Well, this is a very straightforward question, so answer would be B, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 will be assigned to A, means ampersand A, and B and C, so nothing will be assigned to B and C. Why? Because there is no width specification on input, hence a single input value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is assigned to the first variable, that is A, and B and C are not assigned with any value. Next is in the following loop is implemented, if following loop is executed, what will be the result? These are options for you. So there is a static variable x, we are decrementing the value x, and we are again incrementing, and we are trying to do it again and again for x is greater than equal to 0. So what will be the result? This is because what happens here when you make a variable static. So let me tell you the answer first. Answer is C. The loop will run infinitely. This is because the loop, why it is running infinitely? Because the statement which is static int x, it causes the value to x or of x to set to 0. So x will be equal to 0. Okay. And in this do while x should be greater than equal to 0. In loop we decrement, that is minus xx. And after this we again increment x, right? We decrement and we again increment x plus. So the value of x will remain 0 for each iteration of loop, and the loop will never be gotten out. So this will run infinitely. So let me tell you in another way. This x is 0. Now minus x will become minus x will become minus 1. And what x plus plus will do? It will again make it 0. So while x is greater than equal to 0, x is greater than equal to 0. So while x is greater than equal to 0 means it can be 0 also. So what it will do? It will print x, that is it will print the value, and it will terminate do while. But you need to really see which option, what type of question it is, because this static, what we want to emphasize here is static x. X is 0, minus x is minus 1, then again x plus plus, but x plus plus will again make it 0. So if it is greater than equal to 0, because equality condition is there, so E will be true. Okay, this E will be true, but will for the sake of completion of this, sake of explanation, we'll go with this. The expression file ptr f open some file w is equal to null would be true if we are trying to open the file for writing, and if it is equal to null, what this is coming to be true. So these options are for you. Now tell me the answer. The answer here is D, because the file some file could not be created for writing. That is why it is giving you, because it is null and it is giving, this expression is giving you true. So the file some file, the name of file is some file only. The file some file could not be created for writing. Next is the given statement file fptr star fptr does what? The answer is, can you guess the answer? We have already done a question like this. The answer here is the first one, A. This defines a pointer to the predefined structure type file. This is a predefined structure type file, and it defines a pointer to the predefined structure type file. Next is the getChar library function. The getChar library function is what? This is very obvious question. Now you have to answer this. The answer, can you guess the answer? Answer is E. It returns a single character when the keys are pressed followed by an enter key. GetChar library function. Now we have a question A is equal to 0xAA, and B is A. This is a shifting operator, left shift. So A 1 and 2 less than bracket, less than signs are there. So these are the options for you, and please tell me what will be the answer. The answer would be, can you guess the answer? The answer is A. B is equal to 2A. Why? Because whatsoever the value of A may be, the statement this one shifts the bit of a value towards left by one position. Okay, hence this is nothing but multiplying the number by 2. So left shifting shift is equal to multiplication by 2. So you can easily write b equal to 2a, whatever be the content. Next is, which of the following operators have right to left associativity? Can you guess the answer? The answer is E, all of the above. Plus plus, minus minus, and plus is equal to. They all have right to left associativity. Next is, which of the following declaration? With the following declaration, the correct answer is what? Enumeration. There you have enumeration. RGB, red equal to minus 1. So red equal to minus 1. Then minus 1 plus 1 is what? 0. And then you have 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. So will it be C or any other? You have to give the answer. The answer is C, of course. Because in enum declaration, all the enum members are going to be initialized by a default of 0 for the first element and plus 1 to previous for the remaining all. And if the first element is assigned a value explicitly, red equal to minus 1 in this case, with some integer value, then the remaining all are going to be initialized with plus 1 with the previous element. And hence we have green equal to 0 and blue equal to 1. Next question is, what is the return value of the following function if the function is called as int value equal to function 10, function n 10 will be passed, if n equal to 1, n equal to 2, and return 0, as return n minus 1 plus function n minus 2. Okay, what will be the answer? Now this is somewhat like Fibonacci. This is Fibonacci type of stuff. Now you have to tell me what will be the answer. Let me tell you the answer is 24. Now you please do it and tell me what will be the answer. See, because it is actually, what will happen is you will get 9 plus 7 plus 5 plus 3 plus 0. Where this 9 plus 5 plus 7 plus 3, for else it will return otherwise n minus 1 plus f, there is function n minus 1 plus 0. And if n equal to 1 and n equal to 2, it will return 0. Okay, so what will happen here in this function? N equal to 1 and n equal to 2, it is going to return 0. Otherwise, it is going to return n minus 1 from f n minus 2. So let us do it. First, this will not be conditions of 10 will come. So it will return 10 plus function. What will be there? N minus 2 is, that is, you will have 8. Okay. So first it will be n minus 1 is 9. 9 plus fun and n minus 2 is 8. So function 8 will call it again. So 8 will be passed here. Again 1 and 2 is not there. So what will be the result? N minus 1 is what? N minus 8 is there. So 7 plus fun, because 8 is coming. So it will be 6. So again 6 will be passed here. And as 6 goes inside, this will be n minus 1, that is 5 plus function n minus 2, that is fun 5. So 5 will be passed, and 5 will be passed. What will get as the result? That is 4. Sorry, 4 will be passed. So it will get 3 plus fun, and it will be 2. But at 2, when it goes to 2, if n equal to 1 and 2, it will return 0. So the summation will be 9 plus 5 plus 7 plus 5 plus 3. So it will be 24. Next is, which of the following is not a keyword in C? Answer this. What will be the answer? The answer, we have done it already. The answer is B. Get carries a function, not a keyword. Now consider the following code. You have a structure which is called as account. Account is the name of the structure. Inside this you have an integer variable called ACNO. Now this is the structure variable SVR. Now you assign the address of this structure variable to a pointer. So this is a structure pointer. Now how can you be accessing this? Can you tell me the answer? We have already done this type of question. The answer is ABC. Why? Because SVAR is the variable, so you can easily access it using SVAR.ACNO. Because you have assigned it to a pointer PV, so PV arrow ACNO, and this is also a way in direction operator PV and .ACNO. So ACNO. So all these three are true. So answer is D. Next is trace out the correct outcome of the following. What is happening here? This is double quotes, monkey double quotes. So what will be the answer? You have function, it is taking character pointer, that is, these are the strings which are going inside, and S2 is lion, S1 is monkey. Now we are passing lion to S2 and S1 is monkey. So lion and monkey is being passed, and we are trying to put the S2. What will come to S2? So we are actually trying to print the S2. What is happening here? Or S2, the value of S2 is going to S1, and S1 is all the values which are going here will be going to S1 one by one, plus plus operator, because of S plus plus operator, and finally S1 will be /0, but we are putting as S2. So what will be the answer? Answer is, what will be the answer? Can you guess the answer and tell me why this answer you got? See, the answer will be actually C, monkey. Why? We have passed S1 and S2. S1 is monkey and S2 is lion. All the content of S1 is now S2 has been transferred to S1. S2 is lion. But now S1, because of this, while not this S2, all these things is happening. So now S1, S2 will contain monkey, because we are passing. See, we are not passing S1 S2. We are passing S2 S1. So we are trying to pass the S2, that is lion, and S1 is monkey. But what is happening inside S1 and S2? Value of monkey is transferred to lion, the variable which is lion. So, and we are trying to print S2 also. So all the values of monkey will be transferred to lion. So S2 will have now the value monkey, all the content of monkey. So put S will give us the monkey. Hope you got this right. So next is while working with the binary streams for C input output file operations. 178. You have to answer this. Please read this very carefully, one by one, and answer me. I'll wait. The answer is B. No character translation takes place. So while working with the binary streams for C IO file operations, the answer is B. No character translation takes place. Next is 179. The function is lower. That is, you pass a character here, checks whether a character is in lowercase or not, and hence it should return what? These are options for you. Can you guess the correct answer? The answer is E, 0 or 1. 179, the answer is 0, 1. So is lower will return either 0 or 1. Next is the function sprintf. The function sprintf works like printf, but operates on what? They operate on, is it strings or any other? The answer is of course string, because according to the definition of sprintf, it works with the strings as printing the values in the string instead of the console. Now we come to the next question, that is, which of the following is not a character constant? So these are all options for you. Give me the correct answer. The answer is C. This is not a character constant. Okay, this is a string, while all others are character constant. Next, in the statement hash define, the symbol hash must commence from. Hash define, the hash must commence from. Options are here. Read them carefully and answer me. What is the correct option? The answer is B, first character of that line. So in the statement hash define, the symbol hash must commence from the first character of that line. Next is, how many number of tokens are there in the following statement provided value is an integer value variable. This is an integer variable. So just try to learn it, read it, and find the answer. Are you getting 6? Are you getting 6? The answer is D, 6. So the tokens are if. First is if, then this round bracket, then value, then this is equal to, then 21, then this one 21, and then round bracket closing. So there are 6 in all, 6 tokens. What is the final value of A if the following code is executed with initial value 10? What will be the value? So A as 10. So A is 10. B is 10, C is 20, D is minus 10. So 20 minus C greater than B plus D. 20 minus C is, let me do it first and I'll then tell you the catch, because you did do it exactly in this way. I'll tell you the catch if it is any. 20 minus C is 20 minus 20, that is 0, is greater than B plus D, B plus D, that is again 10 minus 10 is 0. So A will have 0, A minus minus will be minus 1. So E will be the answer. But let us see, is it correct or not? This is absolutely correct. This is the answer, minus 1. So hope you got the idea how did I reach to minus 1? Because 20 minus C greater than B plus D is false, which is 0, which is assigned to value A. Not 0 is assigned, but D but the result of this value will be assigned. So it will, A will have 0. Okay, and then it is decremented by 1, so minus 1. Next is you need to arrange the operator and, double pipe, double pipe, and this one based on the priority. So what will be the answer? 185. The answer will be, give me the answer. The answer is A, this one, the first one. This is the answer, because and pipe, this one, according to the priority and precedence of the operator, first it will be and, then this operator, then this is XOR operator, pipe, then double and, then double pipe. Next is the number of binary bitwise operator R. The number of binary bitwise operator R. What will be the answer? Can you give me the answer? I'll tell you the operators also. Binary bitwise operator. The answer is D. There are 5. What are they? 1 ampersand, pipe, this one XOR, left shift, right shift. So these 5 are the binary bitwise operators. Which of the following, which expression from this from these options, which expression will correctly swap to integers xy without using any temporary value? So these are the options for you. Tell me what will be the answer. The answer is, can you guess the answer? The answer for 187 will be B. This is the correct answer. What is happening here is you're XORing it. It's XORing it, and you know that this will give you the result. You know, you can just write it like this: X XOR is equal to Y XOR is equal to X XOR is equal to Y. And this will also do. Next is pick the fully correct and portable method to obtain the most significant byte of an unsigned integer X. Is there an option for you? Pick the fully correct and portable method to obtain the most significant byte of an unsigned integer X. The answer here is E, X, then right shift, char bit, then star, multiplication, size of int minus 1. So this char bit gives the number of bits in a byte. The most significant byte starts from the 8th bit position if the runtime system allocate 2 bytes of memory to the integer variable, and starts from 24th position if the runtime system allocates 4 bytes of memory for the integer variable. And for both this is going to work. What will be the value of I after the following code is executed? Provided 1 as the initial value of I, then left right shift, this is I mod 2. So what will be the answer? 189. The answer is 2. Why? Why 2? See here, I modulo 2 is 1. Okay, I modulo 2 is 1. Provided 1 as the initial value of I, so 1 by 2, that will be 1. Okay, now I 1, what will be this value? This has to be shifted 1 position towards right, and it causes this to become 2. Okay, 1 to become 2, because this is nothing but multiplication of 2. 1 into 2, that is 2. So the I will be assigned a value of 2. So C will be the answer. Next is, what is the final output of the code? I equal to 0 to 0, j equal to 0 to 5, k equal to 50, k equal to I plus j, printf k up to printf. What will be the answer? 190. The answer is, will it be 37 or any other? And if it is 37, tell me how it came. Because this is a decimal equivalent of I. This is not 20. This is decimal equivalent of I. Okay, and this I and j, decimal equivalent of I and j, these are 16 and 21. 16 and 21. So when we add 16 and 21, decimal equivalent of I and j, it will give you 37. So 37. This is why 025 and 020 will not give you that value 2025. You add and you get 45 or 045. This is not correct. 37 will be the answer. Identify the wrong statement from the following code block. Wrong statement. You have int a, float b, and char c. The answer. This is very obvious question, so let me get it for you. The answer is A. Why it is wrong? We have to find the wrong answer. Wrong statement. The answer is 191 is A, because these C, for character variable C, the ampersand is missing in scanf. We have no ampersand C. Why we are not going to give ampersand here? So this is the wrong answer. Next is, what should be the initial value of A, B, C if 2 has to be printed with the following code? What would be the initial value of A, B, C if 2 has to be printed? Tell me the answer. You have to really work it on the paper. Let me tell you the answer. The answer is this E, 2, 2, 2. So 2 to 2 will be the answer. Why? Because these are the possible values with which the condition becomes false and 2 will be printed. Also, the execution of this is left to right. That is why this left to right. So we'll get this 2 as the value. This is the answer. So A, B, C has to be 2 to 2. 2 greater than equal to 2 greater than equal to 2. So 2 to 2, and we'll be printing 2 as the correct value. This will be the value. Next is, if suppose a variable A is initialized as int A 0 etc. So this is hexadecimal. Then what will be the output of the below code? A, this is left, this is right. A412. Printf Humaira or printf Iram. What will be the answer? The answer is Iram. Why Iram? Why Iram? Because the execution of A412 is left to right. This is left to right. Okay. So first A becomes 255 for shifting, and then it becomes 0 because it is 12. Okay. First it's become 255 and then it will become 0, and hence the outcome of the expression is false. So error will be printed. What is the value of A if the expression is executed as x equal to 10 x into x? What will be the value of A? Now these are the options for you. Tell me the answer. Let me tell you, the answer is 100. Now why it is 100? See, the outcome of this comma separated expression in round bracket is always the rightmost expressions, this one. And since we have A as x is assigned 10, so 10 into 10 will be 100. So 100 will be assigned to A, and the answer will be E. How many times the for loop in the following code will be executed in Turbo C compiler? For loop I equal to 0 for plus plus I. Is there any condition of coming out? So the answer will be C actually. Why? C, because I will be incremented up to the maximum value that the integer can have. This will be incrementing. There will be no stopping down. There is no final value. So the I will be incremented up to the maximum value of integer it can have. Then it becomes -1, and then the next iteration becomes 0, which causes the for loop to be terminated. So the maximum value of integer that machine can have will be printed. Next is, consider the following code: unsigned char C for C equal to 0, C not equal to 256, C plus 2. Printf %d C. How many times the loop will be executed? Tell me the answer. This is 256. This is incrementing by 2. So 0, then 2, then 4, like this till 256. The answer would be, or you have to tell the number of times it is going to execute. The answer here is infinitely. Now tell me why infinitely. See, so far C, we are talking about C. So what so far the value of C is not incremented here at all. C plus 2 is not for the C plus 2 is not for incrementing. Isn't incrementing. It is not for incrementing C by 2. Hence always the condition in for the loop remains true always. See, this is not C is equal to C plus 2. C plus is equal to 2. There is nothing like that. It is only C plus 2. So it will run for infinitely because the condition will remain always true. What is the output of the following program? I equal to 0, 0, so it will come to 0, I plus plus, then I plus 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 2, then plus plus I, then printf I plus plus. So all these will be executed. So you have to tell me the final result. What will happen to this? Let me first tell you. I will be 0, I plus plus will do what? It will remain at 0. But here I will become what? 1. So 1 plus 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 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3. Now I will be incremented. So now I was 1. It has become 2. And plus plus I is 2, now 3. And again I plus plus is printed. So because this will be printed, then after it will be incremented. So answer will be 3 by now. So I have not done it, but let me tell you that the answer is actually 3. The way I did, it is actually 3. So first I is incremented by 1, as in I++ in the first case here, first case, and again incremented in the second case, one more time in the next case, okay, this case, and when it is printed, it will be printed I, then it will be printed, so it will be 3. If you print it after that I, then it will be 4. Next is identify the correct statement from the following statements. Correct, you have to find out the correct statement. The answer here is A, type defined integer. All this has space, type defined integer, type defined integer. This has space. So, others, according to the syntax rules of C, they are wrong and invalid. You just assume that there is a space between them. So, answer is A. Now, how is variable accessed from another file? You will have to use some global variable, extern kind of thing. What will be the answer? The answer is B. The global variable is referenced via the extern specifier. Next, and the final question of today is, and the final question of series also, the address of the starting element of an array is what? The address of the starting element of an array is, the answer is C. It's represented by the array name. Array name is the starting address of the starting element of an array. Okay, so we'll take C. So these are the C programming and problem solving questions for you. We are done now. Thank you so much. And if any problem is there, just comment. I'll try to get back to you.